So this is me aspect of it. But then I remembered that, Wolfenstein, the very original game, was the precursor to Doom. And, when I played Doom, that was the game that made me want to get video games myself as a career and try and make a living at it. So, and it was the game that started almost like, really, really kicked off the whole kind of first-person genre. And so, that really did kind of pique my interest. So Alex and I, we're just doing a couple of clips this week on the game. And this clip today just looks at the very start of the game and that kind of always difficult bit where you're having to be taught the mechanics, but they want to balance the kind of instructional stuff with some action. And, and deep down, if you're like me, you just want to get on and start shooting the shit out of a load of cybernetic Nazis, which is what we all want to do. Alex, what did you think of the beginning here?
So it's true. I mean, it doesn't actually tell you that the tools are to the side. But once you get past that, once you do go through, as with any game, you do need to kind of sit through the tutorial. Once you get past that and you really get thrown into the action, it does start to kind of pick up a little bit. I mean, this bit was slightly cool. You get thrown into this cockpit, and again, although it's, you're slightly restricted as to what you can do. You do basically just have to gun down all these planes. It looks quite cool. They're all flying towards you. Your glass is cracking, everything like that. So you really do start to kind of feel like you're under pressure. Then obviously it gets a lot worse, and your window's broken, and then we're about to kind of get blown into the water. But once you get past it, I mean, this isn't too bad. You can get through the kind of first part in about, say, 15 minutes, something like that, and then you really get into the trenches, and then you get your gun out, and that's what it's all about. This is when you pick your gun up and you go into first-person mode, and you can properly start shooting people freely without kind of walking through, being kind of forced to go and learn the buttons. Then that's when the game starts to pick up.
I'm here to see an old friend and settle a score. Turn this thing around.
And this is where you get to see the first kind of mech. I'm going to call it a dinosaur. I know it's not a dinosaur. It's on kind of 4 legs, probably more like a dog, but I want this to be dinosaurs, so let's go with that.
It's a Nazi Zoid.
Yeah, that's true. So obviously at this point, again, you're kind of still being funneled through slightly, but you're basically pinned in the wreckage, and you've got to go around and get to the turret behind so you can take these guys out to then get your team back together. So to dive underwater for a bit, do some more swimming. At the moment, you've obviously also only got your knife, so you've got to be really careful about this, and that's obviously not going to be very good against those robots. But you swim underground. It's quite simple out here again. You just want to kind of look for the objective marker.
Got lost a couple of times.
Yeah, that's true. Although the thing about this one is that the objective markers do take a little while to show up sometimes. So there are a couple of times where you can get a bit lost. But you jump in here. There's 2 of these you need to dispatch. So
more Nazi Zoids.
Yeah, there we go. You just shoot down the second one. You'll also notice in the corner there is this big kind of 3-legged, massive Zoid dinosaur robot thing that is patrolling around, and that you definitely can't fight with a knife. So we need to go and tackle that in a slightly different way. But here you can now regroup with our guys, and this is where it starts to pick up.
And this section here, this is where the game really came to life for me. I had my gun, I knew how to play the game, hordes of Nazis, going down the tunnels, shooting them one by one. And the AI was surprisingly good, and the difficulty was surprisingly kind of hard. I was playing on normal.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of shots to go down. They flank you. They see where you are. They communicate with the rest of their squad. It was really surprisingly good.
That's why you want to think about using stealth, because obviously if you think back to original Wolfenstein, there was kind of a strong element of sort of saving and preserving your ammo, so you can kind of stealth around. So there are still stealth mechanics in this one as well. You want to kind of like sneak around some of the enemies and sort of take them out.
And I've actually, in the footage I've been capturing, I'm further in the game, I've got the silent pistol, and there's a lot of stealth coming up.
Nice.
We can show that in some clips tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good point. Come back for that one. But this is where we're kind of drawing the end of this clip. So we finally get up there, we get onto this massive cannon and take on this huge sort of robot Zoid 3-legged thing. Shoot it down, and then that's pretty much it's still not the end of the first section. We're still kind of running through the design. It's out now or out on Friday.
More clips later this week.
Yep, and more clips later this week.
Monster never dies, no matter how many times you kill it. Just sheds its skin and changes form. Where are we going, Kessler?
To Wolfburg.
What's in Wolfburg?
Death, Agent Blazkowicz. Death.
Blazkowicz, do not kill anyone unless you have to.
What's that? Kill as many Nazis as I can? Christ! Look at that. It's raining Nazis.